Check, check.
She'll send a text if she hears us. I don't know.
You know, this team's won one game in the last 2 seasons. There's still tons of people here.
That's true.
That's good.
That is true.
I pulled up. When we used to tailgate,
Check. I mean, it's going to be, you'll hear,
I thought that's what you said. That
yeah.
we weren't on that thing together. Man, I shouldn't criticize at all, but I've been listening to a lot of Corning Sports Report.
Uh-huh.
And they got one guy that's real good, and they got another guy named Bart. Awful. He don't know football.
Oh.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! All he does is scream when something happens. Well, I tell you what, though, if he hadn't got that pass off, the heat was coming. I'm like, that was a screen. That's what it's designed for. There's they let them rush the quarterback after a count on a screen pass. My goodness, man. The holding.
Okay.
Back in that quarterback.
Check, check, check. Oh, yeah, we're on now. All right, they're here. All right. If everybody's waiting, we still got about 11 minutes left in the game, and I've got my old running buddy back with me tonight. Sean Parker is here tonight, and he is going to help us bring you the homecoming game between Piggott and Walnut Ridge.
It's been a
Can't
couple
wait.
of years.
It
I think
has.
it was a playoff game in 2020.
Is that what
We
it
were here
was?
together.
That- yeah. Man,
It's hard
been
to
a
believe that
long
was
time.
just 2 seasons ago.
A long time.
Well, Darren, if you look at this old 3A3 conference, it's top heavy.
Yep.
I don't know if you've seen.
I haven't.
There's a lot of. Well, the 3 matchups tonight, Corning and Hoxie are scheduled to play tonight in Lawrence County. Hoxie's a 40-point favorite.
Yeah.
Then Osceola at Palestine Wheatley,
Mm-hmm.
50-point favorite. And then Walnut Ridge and Piggott. The experts have Walnut Ridge, which is a state-ranked 3A team,
Yeah.
at 41-point favorites now.
Yeah.
But that is the 3A3 this year. You've got those 3 teams and the rest.
Yep.
Of course, it's only 7, if I'm not mistaken, since Highlight. Let me try that one more time. It's an H word. Harrisburg, they bumped to 4A.
Highland did too, right?
Yeah, Highland.
Yep.
Anyway, this thing has got the elite and the rest.
Mm-hmm. We ran into that buzzsaw Osceola last weekend down there, and whew, I don't know if you heard about it, but I was pretty upset. It was 49-0, and they was calling bombs, pass plays
Yeah,
down the field.
that it doesn't matter who is coaching. That seems to be traditional.
Man,
When Corning played them earlier in the season, they didn't take their foot off the gas at all.
really?
No.
Oh, I'd see. That's golly. What are they teaching them kids? I mean, come on. That's where they want them to shake hands after a game. That's the same thing. That's sportsmanship.
Well,
You
I think
know?
you want to get that game over with nobody getting hurt.
Right.
When the game's out of hand, the turbo clock's running, you just get the thing over with and get out.
Run the ball. Now, if you score running, that's on you. They can't help that, but you
Exactly
should
right.
not.
And we've seen that before where a lot of times, like you take a depth or lack of depth, like Piggott High School, they don't have fresh bodies.
Right.
You see a team like Osceola puts in their second or
Yep.
even the reserves.
Yep.
Those guys are going to be fresh.
That's true. Very true.
And that's one of the things that's hard to challenge in small class high school football is sometimes you have cycles where you just don't have very many kids.
Mm-hmm. We're going to calm down here just for a little bit, and they're going to say the pledge, allegiance, say the prayer, and the national anthem. We'll be back with you as soon as it's over.
And now, for the singing of our national anthem, welcome Miss Riley Latham.
I've never done it, but that's hard to do.
Uh-oh. Here they are. This.
Well, let me check something real quick right here.
Now for our Piggott Marching Mohawk alma mater.
Check, check, check.
The captain for the Walnut Ridge Senior High Bobcats, number 2, Hunter Colby, number 7, Kai Watson, and 47, Cam Botts.
3 minutes left before we kick this thing off. Looks like Piggott's won the toss, but declined the second half, and Walnut Ridge will receive the ball. Be kicking to the north.
Mohawks, number 21, Joe Carpenter, 50, Will Vansel, 57, Noah Roberts, 60.
Trying to study the roster a little bit, Darren.
Yeah.
Don't have to remember very many of them.
I know it. And you can't see the numbers anyway when they start sweating. Those jerseys are just terrible. You remember them.
Yeah. Oh, the colorblind man can't really see those very well.
Right.
Dark on dark or anything like that.
Okay, well, it looks like everything's good to go. Man, it's Walnut Ridge. I told my wife on the way up here tonight, I said, me and Sean has a memory about Walnut Ridge. We try to forget, but
Oh, this is like Arkansas playing Texas.
yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
it was a terrible night over there. It's a lot of stories came out of that one away game. Lots of stories.
Really?
We'll probably hit on some of them through this game.
You know, very seldom, and I know that we can't live in the 80s, that we have to move forward, and we have as the Mohawks take the field here. Flying the colors.
Here they come. Have they always carried the Arkansas flag too? I don't remember the Arkansas flag being part of it for a while. Is that something new? Or?
Usually bring it out. Yeah, they usually have one bring it out.
Okay.
But you got to remember, even in 1986, for Piggott, in that old 2A North Conference, that football team we had talented juniors and seniors, and a bunch of them.
Right.
And really was poised to do something. And it didn't happen after we left that game. You know, the new mesothelioma lawsuit or class action lawsuit is the Camp Lejeune thing going on. I thought about you the first time I saw it. I was like, you just missed it by a year. But I still am uncomfortable with them trying to. Well, I don't know the details or anything, but I don't like them picking on the Corps. You know, or the government.
No, I don't either. All right, well, we're up against a team that's supposed to beat us by double digits. It's just like every week here. It's been this year. But
well, this is a state-ranked team.
Yeah.
But they've went through some heartache the last few years. I mean,
Yeah.
they came down here a couple years ago, and we just laid the wood to them. As that ball is going to be covered at the 41-yard line. So a little squibber.
Yeah, we've done that, and we've done this little coffin kick. We went to Gosnell, kicked it out of bounds 3 times in a row, and they kept accepting the penalty, making us free kick. I thought it was just automatic 35-yard line and go, but they can refuse that penalty and make you kick it again. I didn't know that. I was shocked.
They can, but you could also do that all night long.
Oh, okay.
Walnut Ridge went through a regime change when Coach Treadway left about 4 years ago. But they're going to come out. They got 3 wide, 2 in the backfield, so it's the pistol. Man in motion on the jet sweep, and he's going to cut it in and should have been stopped at the line of scrimmage.
He's going to gain 5.
4.
50 Cash Toombs. Cash Toombs is a sophomore, and he is going to be, man, that boy can be as good as he wants to be, too. And there's another one out there, William Lucas. Man, he's a sophomore, and that boy is going to be something special.
Oh, he's got a set of shoulders.
Boy,
he
does.
Like a football player.
He'll flat get after it. We got our Will Mobley. Why am I going blank?
Joe Carpenter making that stop.
Yeah.
A couple yards short.
Big Will number 50. I can't think of his last name, but he's going to play defense tonight. He was our center and got hurt at Mark Tree. And
Will Vansel.
Yeah, Will Vansel. Why was I saying Mobley?
He's a 3-year starter, but he's had some injury trouble.
Yep.
So the Bobcats are going to cross it up.
And he's gone.
From 52 yards out. Oh, he got caught.
He got tackled from the back. Joe Carpenter reached up there and grabbed a hold of him. I thought he was gone.
That was very well executed. A good
That
call.
was. That's good blocking. Just a little
counter play.
Little tunnel through there was wide open.
Like I said, the Bobcats aren't state ranked for no reason. They've had a really good start to the season. Their non-conference.
Oh, what is
schedule.
this?
There we go. Here comes the shift and the shift.
Oh boy, oh boy.
He's going to be in the end zone, and
He's in.
Ward's going to be in at 10-18.
Was he
in
their
the first
quarterback?
quarter. Yeah,
He was
you
throwing
can
the
call
ball.
any of them there. They're in that
Yeah.
direct snap. But we used to call direct snap. Now it's called a wildcat.
Yeah.
Whatever, but
The old Wildcat.
they don't look like they're lining up to kick it. If they're going to have a late substitution, play clock, plenty of time. Ward's in the shotgun. He's going to get in after a nice second effort.
Boy, he barely made it in, but he did. Well, that's
Good block for
8-0.
loss. Mohawks go down 8-0 here early in the first quarter, in the first possession. I tell you though, it has the air of football season. A little bit of fall nip here.
Very nice.
It was a little warmer day, but it's homecoming here at Piggott. And I guess all the festivities and the parade and
Yes.
everything went on. And despite the Mohawks' lack of success on the field, the spirit has not diminished here. These fans are still stuck behind them.
Yep. I mean, I can't believe it. Like you said, we haven't won. We've won one game in the last 2 years, and this place it's pretty well packed. If you put all of them in two sections,
yeah.
you'd still have to use a third section for some.
You
I
got
mean,
the north
it's
end zone. I mean,
man.
they're
Oh, that's
lined up all
right.
across
I forget
2
the
or 3
end
deep.
zone bunch down there. They are everywhere.
That's Joe Carpenter right around the 16-yard line. He's going to take this kick. I stand corrected.
Yeah. Who?
Walker Johnson's going to get
That's
it.
a face mask. It didn't
Looks
get
like
called.
they got a little bit of cage there, didn't they?
Yep.
Not going to be called. Just down it at the 38. 39.
It's a nice little return.
One of the challenges this season has been the offense lack of production,
Yes.
but also this is, I think, where your depth or your lack of depth comes in, because you got the offensive starters that are defensive starters, and the Mohawks are going to come out in a little different formation than they have here of late. They've got the backfield packed.
That's heavy. That's their heavy formation right here.
They got a unbalanced to the left.
They are going to
Ben's
run that ball. Nothing.
Got
Might
a
have gained
yard.
2. 1.
Got a yard to the
Ugh.
40. So the Mohawks come up, give it a little different look.
Yep. They ran that a couple. When we had been 3rd and short, they bring that in, and it's been successful. So apparently they was wanting to. They're going to come right back at it again. Now it's unbalanced to the right.
Going to pitch it back. Got a couple more. It's going
Tough
to bring up
sledding.
3rd and long.
Tough sledding.
So the Bobcats weren't caught by surprise with that heavy formation.
And we had success against Osceola with it. That's what the shocker was. We ran 3 or 4 yards a pop. I think he's made some changes to it. I think we're going to see some pass plays out of it.
Ben Latimer's under center. He's going to take it. He's going to hand off on a misdirection play.
It was.
And that's
That's that
he's so
William
close.
Lucas. That is William Lucas.
That's
They
number
got
59.
They hand him the ball on this,
They're
and
moving
he's
the chains, Darren.
he was the one that made the yards against Osceola, and my goodness, you've seen right there, he has no fear of contact whatsoever.
That's the sophomore.
Yes. He plays linebacker on defense, and he's been on the defensive line for him, and anywhere you put that boy, he is going to give you 110%. Very proud of that young man.
They're going to be unbalanced again here to the near side, which is the short side of the field. Ball's on the right hash. Going to go the other side, and that is Joe.
Boy.
He got tripped up, or he might have had a lane there. Let's see where they spot him. They're just going to give him a yard, yard and a half. We'll call it 2nd and 8. It would do the Mohawks a service to themselves if they could have a long, drawn-out ball possession.
It would.
If they would and then the snap.
Hang on to that ball.
Yeah. Latimer wasn't able to make the exchange on the high snap, so that's going to send them back. They're going to lose about 4. The 3rd and 12.
Yeah, it's the mistakes that happen. You know, they always happen at the wrong stinking time. It just ruins a drive for you, and that's exactly what's happened. But we've got to learn it. It doesn't matter. You got to come back from it.
So the Mohawks are going to send out trips to the left. That's Garcia, split right. Man in motion is Carpenter. Another high snap. It looked him off, and the ball's up in the air, and it is incomplete.
He tried to place it instead of throw it. Yep.
Latimer did a really good job of looking that off to the right, and just the execution on the actual pass play wasn't there, but he had some running room if that thing dropped over the top.
We've talked about that too. When something ain't there, don't force it. Take off. I think he's got some design runs, but coach is afraid to run him too much because he's not very.
That ball is going to be right out of bounds, and it is very effective at the 21.
21.
Maybe the 22. Let's see where they spot that thing.
We'll
no
take
return.
that.
That's what's important.
Yep.
Well, the side judge disagreed with me. I had it down between the 21 and 22.
Well, that's exact. What?
Yeah, he's going to give him a yard and a half on that, but we got a pretty good look. But he's got a better look.
Man.
So spot up to 23. 1st down and 10 for Walnut Ridge.
Well, they know what's coming at them. They have got to get off blocks. You don't see that every day.
You used to see it in college a lot, but you don't know. And he's got
him in the backfield this time.
Mohawks.
Good.
No gain on that play. I cannot see a number.
I know.
But that left side of the Mohawk defensive line collapsed that play, and it's going to be 2nd down and 10.
They won that battle. They need to keep winning them.
It's a tight formation. Ward's going to drop back. He's got a man wide open, and that ball skipped. It is incomplete.
Woo.
If he leads him a little bit, well,
yeah, he's
I
gone.
sugarcoated that. If he doesn't make a terrible pass, it's a touchdown.
Boy, oh boy.
One receiver in the pattern. One.
How he got that open, we do not know.
Third down and 10. Bobcats are in a bunch formation right here, and they're going to come back with that counter that they scored on
Hang
earlier.
on.
Run it to the other side. You just got to wrap up. You got to wrap up.
Boy, that was
a
shifty.
1 yard gain if you make the tackle, and it's 4th and 9.
Good grief.
That's the same play. Fool me once, shame on me.
Yeah.
No, that's the wrong way. I just did it like George Bush did it. Shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. So they ran the same play that they got the long gain. It wasn't a touchdown, but they got caught inside the 5. That's going to help. Little lit it on the lawn, as they say.
Yes. That was a break in our favor.
And I tried to look at the heights and weights of both teams, but
yeah,
that line from Walnut Ridge just looks big.
Yeah, they are.
They are stacked. That's some men in there.
You know, speaking of that, I went to the pep rally today for the first time in 30 something years. Anyway, went to the pep rally. I've got to start recruiting inside the school because we have got some young men out there that could flat be helping.
Little quick pitch to the right.
Oh.
He's got sideline. And he's going to have the first down after the penalty inside Mohawk territory.
Who was Walker Johnson brought him down?
Ran him down. This is kind of similar when you traditionally watch the Razorback defense.
Yeah.
Where they'll have a lost yardage play, a penalty, it'll be 3rd and 19, and they'll let the other team convert.
Yep.
That was 3rd and 9, but
Yep.
still, ball's just inside Mohawk territory.
Time to shift again.
We're inside 6 minutes in the first quarter. Just a couple on that one. Josh Red in on that tackle.
It's not nothing fancy. I mean, it's just run the ball right up the gut.
Well, they're going to give him the slide for
Hit the
3.
edges.
It'll be 2nd down and 7. Ward is just going to. Oh. How did he go down twice? It's going to be short of the first down, but it's going to be within 1.5 yards.
Yep. 3rd and short. William Lucas made that tackle. He's at linebacker tonight. Him and who's the other linebacker? Is it? I can't see.
Ward's going to take
He's
that.
got it,
No,
and that's
not
going to
Ward.
be a touchdown, ain't
He's
it?
got nothing but green grass.
And that's that. I mean, that was just pretty much.
Same with the scamper from 40 yards out, make it 39 yards.
Yep.
Increase the lead to 14 points.
Walnut Ridge brought their band. Sound pretty good from over here.
Again, the Bobcats don't line up to kick. They'll go for 2. Ward's back to pass. He's got a man in the back of the end zone.
Boy, he
He
is
skipped
short
it to
armed
him.
2 of them out there.
Yeah, he's
All right. Well, we've got some sponsors. We've got 4 sponsors, Sean. Are you proud of me? I went out and beat the bushes. Not really hard because we got good people. But this is Hoggard & Sons Funeral Home and Crematorium in Piggott, Arkansas. Has years of experience in caring for families, keeping them, helping them connect, things that you would never think about in a funeral when you're in time of grief. They just pretty much take care of it for you, and that's what's great about Hoggard & Sons Funeral Home. Everybody's used them. They've taken care of everybody here in Piggott. You just can't say enough about how good of people they are. We want to thank them for sponsoring us up here this year. And we're fixing to get the ball back. We can't let this thing get too far out of hand. I say that every game, and it always does, but
Walnut Ridge has done nothing fancy.
nope.
They have run a couple of counter plays for good yardage, but they haven't thrown the ball any.
Nope.
I mean, with any success.
Right.
As a matter of fact, I think you want them to throw it right now.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to. They're not very balanced. This is going to be Johnson again. As he bobbles it, picks it up, and he's got. Oh, that. You ever noticed how many times whenever there's a bobble on the kickoff by the return team, that somehow, some way, it turns into a long return? It's like it throws the timing off on it
Yeah.
or something.
Yeah, that's
And-
true.
Or
That's very true. Yep.
They're sitting there waiting on it and then burst up the middle. Didn't happen that time. The Mohawks will have the football near the 25.
I hope Coach Simmons is thinking what I'm thinking. Let's surprise him with a first down pass here.
I like to pass out of that bunch formation.
Yes.
That-
They have one out there. They got Ben split out now. This is a little wildcat with Joe at the quarterback spot. Joe Carpenter taking direct.
That was him right there. That's Carpenter in the Wildcat.
Oh, boy.
He got across the line of scrimmage. Man, is it close. He went backwards after a yard. Is he the fastest Mohawk?
I'd say so.
Top end?
Yeah. Yeah.
Latimer's back in as the Mohawks went out of the Wildcat. 2nd down and 9. Football near the 26. Twin set to each side. 4 receivers in the set. Mohawks moved over here on the right side. That'll get 5 yards and we'll replay 2nd down.
Number 22 was coming. Did you see that? On Walnut Ridge, he was.
There was untouched.
Yep.
Unless somebody, there wasn't anybody going to touch it.
Nope.
That might have been a good penalty.
Yeah.
Second 14 as the Mohawks are behind the sticks. You're right. When you are struggling offensively, those mistakes
Just
are harder to overcome.
Man, boy. Seems like they just.
We did it again. We're going to try it again. Mohawks are having trouble getting set.
I didn't catch who's moving.
It was on the right side again. So the Mohawks went from 2nd and 9 to 2nd and 14 to 2nd and 19.
They've emptied the backfield.
5 receivers in this set. Walker's going to come in motion and take it on the jet sweep, and he cuts it up. He's not going to get a whole lot, but he does get some positive yards. Might get 4 or 5. He did.
That'll help a little.
That's a little more manageable. About 3rd and 13.
You just almost will bet money Walnut Ridge is going to bring the heat again. I would if I was the coach. I'll just tell you.
But I'd have my safeties. They're going to drop one back. Yeah. I mean, it's a throwing down. The Mohawks moved again on the left side that time. And pass is bobbled. Falls incomplete. We 4th down.
Fourth down. That's going to be a punt.
That throw was spot on.
Yeah, it was.
It was short of the first down, but he's going to give him a
Yeah.
chance. Over on the west sideline. Mohawks in punt formation.
Good snap.
Low, going to bounce, and he's going to try to. No,
Good.
He's going to pick it up.
Good.
No, oh, he did. He did pick it up. Took the risk. And he's going to be driven out of bounds.
Cash Toombs on the tackle.
As Cash has a motor.
Yes, he does.
You know, the motor runs.
And we get a new sponsor tonight. My sister and Shane Gunderson. You ain't going to guess where this sponsorship come from. Carlsruhe, North Dakota.
I knew.
Bailey Pro Rodeo sponsored Little Piggott. Well, Brandy's she used to go to school here, so
She's an alum.
shout out to her and Shane for
Thank you.
pitching
Thank you,
in,
guys.
giving a sponsorship to Piggott Mohawk football.
Bobcats have scored on both possessions.
Oh, we had a hold of him.
Yeah, they're going to stop him for a gain of 4 or 5. Well, that is a spot that. I whine a lot about too much stuff, but he slid
Mm-hmm.
so that
We slid down here a while ago, and they give us 2 yards on it.
so gain of 5. The ball rests at the 56-yard line.
56.
Right at midfield. Here at Piggott, we have the 56-yard line. In honor Hunter Midkiff. That's going to be a first down if they spot it where I think they're going to. It is really, really close.
Really close.
Yeah, they're going to move the chains. You know, Darren, we mentioned earlier that we hadn't been up here together since 2020, a tumultuous season with tragedy and
Yep.
strife, different things going on, including the pandemic, and
Yep.
not knowing every week if the kids were going to play or not. And then, that team got on a roll and won 3 games in 6 days or
Yep.
a week. And
It was
I'll
something.
tell you, but it's a new day. First down for the Bobcats at the 45-yard line of the Mohawks.
Oh, they moved right there.
There you go.
Because I was hoping they was going to throw the flag there.
I know there's a lot of equipment that is involved, but I would hope at some point in time these old high school officials would be mic'd up. That would be nice, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it would.
You know, at some of the state championship games, they have the ability limited to use instant replay.
Wow. Yeah.
Speaking of which, it's a very good chance that the state champion this year, there's a man. Whoa. After not looking good on a couple of passes, that
Yeah.
was a remarkable pass. Double coverage. Going to be just short of the first down.
It's just enough to keep you honest, you know. He missed the first 2 passes, and you start thinking, they're not going to throw it. And then he completes one and for 8 yards.
But I tell you, that pass was on the money.
Yeah.
They're going to
There's
run
that
that counter
counter
again, and it should be a lost
There
yardage
we
play.
go.
And it is.
Who's all back there?
Oh, we got extracurricular activity, and they got caught. That's going to be a personal foul. Where's the flag?
It's
Okay, he should have
unsportsmanlike.
personal foul.
They're going to back them up 15, won't they?
Yeah, if it's an unsportsmanlike, they get that player can only get one more, or if he gets one more, he's
Oh, that's right.
suspended for this week
That's
and next.
right.
So that's going to be that's not a dead ball foul. That is going to be repeat third down. Man, that was silly. It was right out in the open. Everybody.
Right. I
mean,
tell
the
Pam
referee saw it.
tell Pam stories about Michael Lewis and Randy Lowe teaching us how to do things
Well,
and not get caught.
You had to do that stuff like not in plain sight.
Right.
Timeout on the field.
That's a timeout on the field. Well, that gives me a chance to talk about our friends at Piggott State Bank tonight. Piggott State Bank is kind of like Hogger and Sons. They keep their focus simple, give only the best in community banking service and services every day. Our customers tell us they appreciate that, and we sure appreciate them. That's what they do there. They keep it simple, take care of you, and we take care of them. That's kind of how the ball rolls at Piggott State Bank and Cody Knight.
That'll bring us to the end of the first here as the Mohawks have a chance here to make a stop.
Yep.
I mean,
We need to.
it's about third down and 19. You got to fill the gaps and be honest. And if you give up 4 or 5 yards, so be it. However, don't let anybody slip behind you.
Their coach is out at midfield, on the field.
Yeah, he's debating because whenever there's a retaliation push or shove, that means the second guy got caught usually.
Mhm.
But I saw it.
Yeah.
They were having an exchange, but there wasn't anything illegal prior to that. But as the Mohawk player turned, as the play went by him,
Yep.
that offensive lineman just absolutely shoved a kid in front of the umpire, actually.
They're going to pass. Nope. They're going to scramble
They're
to
going
the
left.
edge and try to
They're
get the
gonna have to
corner.
make
Boy,
That's
oh
too
boy.
much. He's
I'm
got
telling you what. He made the
on
first
third
down.
19, he got 20. That is a flood left.
That's a backbreaker.
That was an opportunity for the Mohawk defense to make a stop.
Man, that is a backbreaker right there.
But all Walnut Ridge was doing is seeing if they could get a manageable fourth down.
Yeah.
And they ended up, okay, we're going to have a flag before the snap.
Oh, they're going to get
That's
him
going
for
to be
a
another
false
false start. That left side again at Walnut Ridge is going to cost them 5.
Well, since we didn't stop him, be a good time for a fumble recovery.
You know, I like a couple of things. 2 different types of turnovers. Apple and home team. Yeah, the Mohawk defense forcing a turnover could be a turning point here in this first half. They're going to run that counter. Mohawks defended that very well.
Yep.
You got to give that right side over there.
Will Lucas
Credit.
come in there, and he laid the wood.
They strung it out. They still got 5.5 yards.
Austin Vaughn. Cash Toombs. Well, they said everybody but the guy I seen, so maybe those numbers got me
Well, again,
confused.
Darren, I'm going to tell you, we did it for a long time where these uniforms, if you have dark numbers and a dark jersey, they're really hard. In the rain, forget it.
Right.
Well, the Mohawks have the defensive line that had 5 across. And if you make that tackle right there, you really put them behind the sticks again. But instead, they're going to be a short gain on the play. But you could have had them in a 3rd and 11 right there. But, hey, Mohawks are in the backfield.
You know, we said Austin Vaughn's name a while ago. I don't give him near enough credit. He's not the biggest guy, but boy, his motor's fast, and he goes full speed too. He don't get near enough credit on that defensive line. I don't say his name enough, even though he's in on a lot of it.
Counter play, and he cut it up to the inside. He's going to have a first down again. You know, I know that Walnut Ridge has a 14-0 lead, but I don't know that I'm seeing a top 10 team here.
Yeah, I'm with you. They're not impressing me like last week. That passing game that Osceola's got, boy, it's just pretty amazing. It's just throwing it up, let them boys win 50-50 balls. They're just going up and getting it. I mean, that's how simple it was for them last week. There's a direct snap to number 1. 52, Austin Vaughn again.
Go up for 5.
Matter of fact, I thought he had the ball. Yeah. Second, what is that? 6?
We'll say 6 yards.
Yeah.
Ball's just inside 25. Here we are in the second quarter. Different look is they're going to throw that bubble screen out to the left. Nice block on the edge, but a nicer
good tackle. Good gang tackle right there. That's what it's supposed to be. Hang on and let the posse come to you.
14-0 Bobcats. We're inside 9 minutes in the second quarter.
He only gained about 3 on that little bubble screen.
They did, but they dictated. They absolutely telegraphed what they were going to do.
Yeah.
They went to a different formation. You know, they saw that in scouting report this week. 3rd and about 3.
Quarterback keeper.
First down. That is really, really good at the marker. Let's see.
That's close.
See if they even measure it. I think he's got it.
Does he?
He's just shy. They're going to measure. Okay, wait a minute.
He gave it
One
to
guy
him.
signaled something in the.
Right. The referee looks at it and gives it to him.
Signaled first and 10. But from where I see it spotted and where the marker was, it was really, really close.
Really close.
thought it was going to be measurably close.
Mm-hmm.
Is that a word, measurably?
Yeah, it is now.
First
Measurably. Yeah, that is. That is.
First down in the red zone. That was a direct snap.
I thought I heard a whistle. I didn't.
.735 here in the second quarter. Bobcats are in the red zone again. A second down and 8. Spotting the football near the 13-yard line. Bobcats are going to flood to the right again, and Mohawks left a lane, and he's going to be in for the touchdown. Same kid.
Oh boy.
That'll
That
bring the
just
lead to
hurts.
20.
That wasn't easy for Walnut Ridge, but they just kept chipping and kept chipping and kept chipping, and they make it in.
The Mohawks had a golden opportunity there to get a stop on a 3rd and 19.
Yes, and they gained
They
20.
just didn't get it.
He was 1 yard over the marker. Boy. Really want to keep this.
They're looking to toss it, and he's wide open.
Boy.
2-point conversion is good. It's 22-0. Bobcats. 7-13 here in the first half.
Well, I thought we could keep him. If we could keep him within 2 scores, I was going to be happy about it. But now it's within 3, so I'll be happy with that.
I don't know if you see that, but there's so many of these kids on the Walnut Ridge sideline, and they have about 15, 16.
Yeah.
They've got less than 30 kids on this squad, but they have some fresh legs on this kickoff team. They brought a lot of kids off the sideline to cover this kick.
Mm-hmm.
When the Mohawks have their team on the field
all the time,
the Bobcats, like I said, they've got less than 30 kids, but they've got just as many on the sideline as we have total. It's tough. I know that we did it. We played with like 16 kids back in the day.
Yeah.
Didn't think nothing about it. But
no, it's just always that way here.
So they're going to absolutely kick it. That's Johnson again. He's got a little lane. He's going to cross the 40 and be wrapped up at the 42. So a strong kick return by Walker Johnson as the Mohawks will have the football, the 42. Yeah, I've been on a different plane with the spotting of the ball with the officiating crew, but
yeah,
neither here nor there. 1st and 10. Mohawks are going to send trips to the right. That's Aaron out to the left. Handoff, going to get a yard. Carpenter might have got a pair.
Ben's got to read that in crashing down like that. And he
Well,
could
they're
have had a
leaving
better
him
chance. Yeah, to
unblocked.
keep it
And
on
that's
the
the read, isn't
outside.
it?
Yep.
You see that zone read so much in college.
Mm-hmm.
Well, those good ones, they make that
So easy.
overzealous end pay for it, don't they?
Yep.
It's a nice little read right there.
Yep.
Be third
Won't
and
be-
manageable. Carpenter, the senior, going to get 3 yards. Be 3rd and 5.
I like 3rd and 5. Coach has got that special play. I wonder if we're going to see it. We've made a new little play off that heavy. And it's going to be something, I hope. I hope we see it tonight.
Mohawks are in the huddle. 12
Not
seconds
heavy.
on the play clock.
Oh, boy.
4 receivers in the set. And he throws to that. Oh, that was off the.
But these
fingertips.
receivers are not running their routes deep enough to get a first down. I mean, they're cutting. Jim McGrew would be all over that right there.
Well, you've got to be deep enough to get the first down, but that was a nice little out pattern.
His ball floated on him. He slipped coming out of his hand or something.
But the ball did hit Carpenter in the hands.
Yeah.
You know. So the Mohawks are deciding what they're going to do, but they're going to leave Ben in the game. They're going to go heavy, or are they going to punt?
We're going to punt. Oh, it's 5-4. You better hurry.
Play clock is winding down. Nice. We might have outkicked that coverage right there. We got a
There's
penalty
a
flag.
What's that for?
Down at midfield. He tripped up on the near sideline. But let's see what this flag is. They're thinking about making a signal. Holding against the return team.
I like it. That helped. We're getting some breaks tonight. The penalty flag is falling our way. For once. We had a game, I forget which it was, a couple weeks ago. We had like almost 200 yards of, I think it's a Mark Tree. Or Manila, no, it's Mark Tree. Over 200 yards of penalties.
Well, Mark Tree has some seniors this year that were sophomores, obviously a couple years ago, that were absolutely good.
Yeah.
As sophomores. Now they're 3-year starters, and they got one of the best backs in the state.
Yes, they do.
He's going to run around
gone.
the left end. Nobody is there.
He's
they
gone.
will not catch him. Ward again pushes the lead, 28.
28. We have got to score on offense to do something. We got to, man, oh man, oh man. Let's get them offensive plays going there, Coach. Doggone it.
One thing that is changed is the ability when you have a small squad or lack of depth it's hard to condition.
Yeah.
And you also can't run simulations because you got to go half lines and stuff like that.
Yep.
Oh, that was knocked away beautifully.
Good job. Who was that? Joe? That's Joe Carpenter. He broke that up over there. Good job, Joe Carpenter. They're not sweating as much tonight because I can actually see their number a little bit when they come back to the sideline. Usually when that sweat's that dark, man, you
That might have been Aaron Malden on that.
Oh, was it?
Yeah, that was 27.
Oh, okay.
21.
My bad. Maybe I can't see the numbers.
So
We got to put something on the board here. They're going to be running clock in the second half after a score. We've got to.
the Bobcats are going to kick off. We're at 5:15 here in the second quarter. Yeah, the Mohawk offense has got to get some type of drive to generate some yards and some confidence.
Yeah.
That's what I think these kids need, a jolt or an influx of confidence. Well, they kicked away from Carpenter. Let's see what they do this time. They did it again. Johnson has done a good job. He's going to be caught from behind this time and just short of the 35, mark it at the 32, 33. That's one thing that you can definitely say is just such an improvement on field conditions from when we were young. Is you go to these turf fields where those hash marks are so visible.
Right.
You know? And this field's in great shape. It's a
Great shape. The referees, though, help on junior high games on the chains. They got to stay with the kids. That's a new rule, apparently. But anyway, even the referees say, man, for a grass field, y'all's field's beautiful.
Well, we've had a dry, obviously a dry harvest season. That's going to be Johnson, and he's going to cut it up. He's going to have a first down.
Good cut
at
back.
the
Boy, he got hit in the
45.
back. That hurt. I saw it.
Yeah,
He got a helmet right in the small of his back, and it
Yeah, that's
bent him
gonna-
backwards. Woof.
right in the hip.
Mm.
Guess what? That'll be good enough for another Piggott Mohawk.
Walker's a gamer. but
Yep.
He's not a big gamer. He's a little slight. He'll fight you. Once again, with trips on in the line, we've got Aaron Malden. Going to bring Carpenter in motion.
Oh, he
Mohawks
moved.
moved again. Left side of that offensive line.
Yep.
False start against Mohawk. 5-yard penalty, still first down.
Darren, I've been watching one of my grandsons who's in kindergarten
Mm-hmm.
play flag football at Pocahontas.
Oh.
It's like t-ball for football, you know? It's
Uh-huh.
just strange.
It is.
And I guess I'm an old codger that wants the fundamentals to be, I want them to break down. And I'll tell you what, though, there's a lot more tackling than there is flag pulling. They tackle more than they. That was a tackle read right there.
Yep.
He might have got back to the line of scrimmage, but we'll just say no gain. 2nd and 15.
Look at that defensive line. That 56, he's the one that got the penalty on him a while ago. 50. There's just some. And 47, look at that little stout-looking thing. Boy, he just. You can tell them boys are country. They're country tough. Country
Well, I'll tell you
fed.
something else, too. With school choice, these kids can go to Walnut Ridge,
That's
Rocky,
right.
or wherever, and it doesn't matter anymore. It used to. Ben's going to throw to the sideline. Nice game for Walker Johnson.
Gained about 7 or 8 on that one. That was a good little pickup.
It's going to be down at the 48. Bring up a 3rd down for the Mohawks. They started this thing behind the sticks with that false start. So they've got a manageable 3rd and 7.
Well, Ben started off rough this year. He had one game. He had 3 interceptions, and his head was down. Boy, he's kept fighting. No, I told him, you just got to forget it, move on, learn from it, don't make the same mistake. He's had me in his ear for 4 or 5 games now, and he's slowly making progress.
Going to be close to a first down. He's
Good
got a
job.
nice move.
That was yards after the catch. What they call that? Yak.
The RAC. Nobody even talked about that when we were kids.
That's
the
right.
RAC.
Nobody knew what that
we
was.
knew what it was.
Yeah.
For yet another Piggott Mohawk.
It's a nice toss. You don't want to telegraph that and tell them it's coming or it'll be 6 the other way.
Yeah.
The Mohawks have a drive going. We're at 2.5 minutes.
It's been nothing but, 2 little button hooks is all it is, ain't it? They're just going out there and setting up.
That gives you a chance to make a move.
Yep.
4 receivers in the set. Latimer's in the gun. He's got a hand off the middle. Oh, and he is repelled.
Boy.
That was Carpenter. Looks like there will be no gain on that. Be 2nd down. Again, we're inside 2 minutes now, Darren.
Mm-hmm.
For all of y'all that are listening to this YouTube broadcast, thank you
Yeah, there's
very
probably
much.
some Walnut Ridge people I haven't looked, but I got in trouble against Highland because I was talking about how poor, pitiful us, and they said, stop whining, call that game right. I said, I understand. Sorry about
You're
that.
a homer.
I'm a homer.
Nice play-action pass. Oh.
Just overthrew it. That's it. You know what? It was double coverage. I'm thinking he might have threw it away. That's what I'm going to say. He
Well,
probably didn't.
He did throw it to where nobody could get it.
Yeah, that's what you got, and that's what we worked on too. Not we worked on it. I told him, I said, sometimes you just got to throw that thing out of bounds and live to fight another down.
That's going to bring up 3rd and long, 3rd and 10, and we're at 1 minute and 32 seconds. So the Mohawks, as far to my calculation, have their timeouts left.
They got 10 seconds on the play clock.
I mean, they're in the territory where, they got 2 downs to get a first down. That was knocked down at the line of scrimmage.
Man, them guys are getting there. They've been taught, hey, if you're up here, get your hands up, because they have knocked down 2 passes, haven't they? They've got their hands on 2 of them.
You also don't want to give the Bobcats the football back with a minute left.
No.
But the Mohawks have 4th and 10 as the clock is stopped at 1:28.
We're
Piggott's
going
going to
for it.
send 4 receivers out here in this set. So they're looking to toss it. Latimer in the gun. Takes a nice snap. He's going to be throwing off his back foot.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. He's going to be short of the first down. So they're going to turn it over on down.
Yep.
He was flushed.
Yep, he was.
That is a tough throw to make.
Yeah, it is.
So the Bobcats are going to have the ball left. They've got a minute 20. So the Mohawks have gotten to bow up here at the end of the first half. They're going to flush and flood everything to the left, and he's got this. Oh, nice wrap up.
It was.
I mean, he was 6 yards downfield, but I thought he was about to take the corner. That was the defensive end on that side.
Yep. What we're doing, it looks like we're getting too far up. We're containing the edge, but we're going too far.
They're going to run that counter again, and he's got another lane.
Just weaving in behind blockers. They just weaving in and out and making plays.
Again, you know that play's coming. Watson's going to push the lead to 34. 46 seconds. That didn't take very long, and they didn't even throw a pass.
I know it. This is those games that are hard to call sometimes, Sean, when you don't have much very good stuff to talk about. You got to find some.
You got to tell a joke or something.
Yeah.
Tell us about how fun 1988 boot camp was in Campbell June.
Yeah. He got that thing.
It's going to be 36, so that's turbo clock.
Yep. That second half, unless we score, will be pretty fast.
I wonder how much different they have to treat recruits today than they did 35 years ago.
Yeah, I went to my buddy's son. He graduated, and I went to San Diego, and he did too. And I got to go back, and it's funny because they take their cell phones with them now, and they go out there, but they turn their cell phones in. But then they can use this drill instructor's cell phone. If they have an emergency at home, they can use the drill instructor's phone to call home. So Lon's son, which had been taught by Lon, he comes and he says, my dad has hurt his back, and he's at the hospital. I need to call him. And I think he kind of took advantage of the situation, but that would have never happened when I was at boot camp.
Well, Stacy Poole's son in our class, he just graduated. He went to the basic training this summer.
In the Marines?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that.
Yeah. Mohawks were close to giving up that.
Well, they were. That was close.
They called him JP. He was on the Mohawk football team for a couple years with my son. But they call him JP. But his name's James. But he graduated. And I can't remember where he told me that he went to basic training. But
if he's west of the Mississippi, he goes to San Diego.
Well, he graduated from here. But
I sure didn't know
when
that.
I saw him, his dad got married, and he was getting ready to go like the next day.
Wow.
So, and it was early June, I believe, if I'm not mistaken.
Be a good time to go.
Nice.
Hang on that ball.
Put it away. There you go. That's all right.
I don't care that happened. I love that he's seen it wasn't there. He's got to tuck that ball better, though, but that's okay. I love him not forcing it.
He's 14, isn't he?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, he's 14. He's had a long, learning, rough trip.
Mohawks are
This
going to take a
season.
timeout inside a minute, 33 seconds left. And there's a loss of a couple.
Remember the play that Houston Nutt had that the tight end acted like he was blocking and he would actually go down on the ground and then get up and flare back and he'd be wide open?
Well, there's a lot of those. We used to run some Razorback plays, not just with Houston Nutt, but even with Bobby Petrino and some others where that were automatic big hitters like, I don't know, that wheel route out of the backfield with Ronnie Wingo. That was always
It was.
It's like we never. Every time we needed it, it was there.
Yep.
Those types of things.
Yep.
But yeah, they also used to run the Reggie Fish where, they'd be in that bunch formation. But there were some things over the years that they could rely on if they needed a
Well, there's a
long-yardage
play
situation.
coming up, and I hope sometime soon, but it don't look like it's going to be this one. But they got one of them now. They put it in. I think it's off the heavy formation, but
Walnut Ridge rushes 3. That ball's going to float a little out of bounds, intended for Carpenter. I'll tell you, he got downfield that time, the receiver. But Walnut Ridge is dropping 8 in coverage.
yeah.
And the 3 down linemen, the 3 rushers, did get some penetration.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that offensive line's got to recognize that and double where they need to double. 27 seconds left.
3rd and 12, 13, whatever that is.
Latimer with Aaron Malden in the backfield. He's going to stay in as a blocker. And they're going to catch Walker Johnson on the drag route.
Oh, come on.
they're
That
gonna
was
call
not
that.
a flag. Holding. I didn't see holding. That was not a hold. I thought he was going to get him for a block in the back. Is that what you thought?
I thought he was going to get him for not having his head around. But
Yeah. That was not holding. And it wasn't blocking him back either. But anyway,
well, Johnson came through on that drag route. And
that was a beautiful.
Latimer hit him in stride.
Yes, that was pretty. That is the first time I've seen that little drag route all year, and I love it. Bobby Petrino makes a living on that play.
It's going to be a spot foul, so it's going to be replayed 3rd down, but be 3rd down and 14. Latimer's looking downfield. He pumps, and he is sacked. That's a 3-man rush.
Yep, that'll be the half.
Do not stop this clock.
That's it.
That'll do it for the first half.
Well, that's halftime.
Mohawks facing obstacles.
We'll
Playing
give
hard.
Give y'all a little break. We will come back and join you with the second half of Piggott versus Walnut Ridge tonight. Shortly.
We'll be back.
showing. Our show this year is called Time Machine. Here it's clocks, sundials, and hourglasses, and digital clocks. Drum major, is your band ready? Good luck with the show, right?
thought that's what it was at first. I was like, what is that?
Well, if you got to, I hope you got to hear it as good as you got to see it. That was quite the performance we had at halftime by the two bands.
Indeed. Here we are in the halftime. I think we're at the beginning of the 3-minute warm-up period.
Yeah.
So the Mohawks and the Bobcats both come out with about 3 minutes remaining on the halftime clock, and then they'll recycle 3 more minutes with the mandatory warm-up.
You know, I always thought, especially watching, you know, even when we was warming up, after warm-up I was pretty tired, and we didn't have very many players. Maybe we shouldn't warm up so much at the beginning of the game.
That's what I always said. That one year we played high school basketball. Remember that?
Yeah.
I was like,
yeah. That's what we're just kind of making a levity.
Yeah, we
gotcha. Yep.
But I always thought that if I warmed up real hard,
right,
I wasn't gonna have no gas in the tank for
play
basketball. But
exactly.
no, remember when we were in the 10th grade, our receivers coach, which we actually had, and improved us.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness, Jim McGrew was like, "Hey, if we warm up and you get tired, you won't be nervous." It's like, oh, that's a thought. But we were also in remarkable condition.
Yeah, that's true. That's oh my Lord, was we ever? That's very true. We had to be.
Yeah.
You just had to be.
Yeah, we were in really good shape.
With
for
Coach
a while,
Winberry running it.
I think that that's a thought now. When you continue to do that throughout the season, though, I don't think if you ever really get your legs back. And that's like I've heard, some of the old players like from the '69 championship team, like Joe Cole and Rick Rodri and Marvin Harris and those guys say that after they played 10 games and then the playoffs was a new thing in 1969.
Yeah.
That Coach Williams they did the same harsh conditioning in week 11 that they did in preseason.
Something?
You know.
You know, I've always been one to say it, and I don't know why. I think it's true. Those guys, we have come from, just say that team starting. Think of how tougher they were than we were.
Well, we played back when they didn't give you water because they thought it'd make you
Make you weak. That's right.
Then they found out if they thirst you to death, then you're weak when you're dehydrated. You know, but I mean, they just come a long way. I mean,
Yeah.
we've got salt pills, you know,
Yeah.
or salt tablets.
Yep.
So the Mohawks are going to take the second half kickoff. They have continued to stay away from the senior Joe Carpenter, and that is a nice lane picked up, but filled by number 58.
Yep.
That's hit the up man. And I think that's Jesus.
I think
if I'm
it
not
was.
mistaken.
I believe it was. Number 11.
Yeah.
Well, we get the ball at least.
Mohawks are starting a lot of underclassmen, sophomores, and a freshman quarterback. Kind of put you behind the 8 ball. So the Mohawks have the football. Right there at the 37. The flag before the snap. They blow it dead. They're winding the clock. Pre-snap penalty again against the Mohawk offense. One thing that's been implemented, Darren, that I don't recall, of course, we didn't win a lot of games, but we were in a lot of tight games.
Right. There wasn't many blowouts.
There weren't. There just weren't. And, you know, so I don't remember the turbo clock being a thing, and it wasn't
No.
back then, but I don't think it would have affected us. Mohawks have trips to the right. They moved again. And
Oh,
that's an unblocked outside linebacker, defensive end, whatever you want to call it.
yep.
Still second down, and it's a long way to go. We'll call it 19. It might even be 20. It's 19.
Man, it's a long way, ain't it? Second 20. He said 20, so
It's close.
awfully close.
Let's see where that stick is. Latimer's in the gun. The Mohawks moved again. They're going to let it go. He is again flushed. A nice catch. Nope, it hit the ground.
He said it was on the ground.
He had a great look at it.
Yeah, I saw it on the
I
ground.
saw some ball.
Yeah.
There's a lot of ball showing. Side judge had a remarkable view of it. He was on top of it.
And I'm not saying anything because Coach Simmons knows what he's doing. There's no doubt about that. But I just hate seeing Ben have to get out there and, you know, square his shoulder. I'd like to see him roll to the
He had
right.
to throw off his
Yeah.
front foot. Let's see what can happen there. That ball was laid in there though.
Yeah.
Bobcats going to rush 4, and they're going to throw a middle screen. And Walker Johnson has and he is just barely gets
Mercy.
a couple yards.
Yep.
Big up 4th
He
down.
had a blocker out in front. I thought he was going to make something out of that.
Well, when the defensive line's got their ears pinned back,
Yeah.
that's usually a beautiful equalizer. So I guess it's good to know for the next few years who your punter is.
Yeah, and, you know, it was Will Vansel start of the year. He was punting, but then he got hurt. But I don't think Ben's ever practiced punting.
That's going to be very effective. Oh, it's going to take a lateral bounce. The Mohawks will down it at the 43. That's something that, you know, my son and I, didn't matter what season it was, if he was playing baseball and we were out throwing the baseball, when we got done, when he was a little bitty kid, he's like, "Can we get the football now?" And he punted and caught, I don't know how many passes, but he punted. And, you know, eventually he got some real instruction,
Yeah.
but he just did it out in the yard.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not saying he was great at it, but, you know, it helped him.
You've got
They're
to
going to throw a
make
bubble
that
screen out there.
attaboy. Hang on to him. Attaboy Joe Carp.
Joe. I think he
You
caught
know,
him.
we've had that play, or we've had hold of people, and they have gotten loose from us tonight, but that time he did not.
Well, if the clock running, it doesn't matter if the offense throws a incomplete pass or whatever, because this is a time where the Walnut Ridge offense has a chance to work on a few things if they want to. And they're going to throw it again, even with a 36-point lead.
They ran right by us.
Downfield. Oh, we're gonna have a personal foul against the Mohawks. So we're gonna add 15 yards to it.
I missed that when I was looking at letting a guy run right by us back there. I mean, we wasn't even looking at it.
Actually, they're gonna call a hold.
Good deal.
I thought we got caught hitting the quarterback after he let it go.
That was lucky right there, because that guy just ran right by two of our guys back there.
Oh,
They just.
It looked like a zone, but I think it was manned up. But he ran right in the seam if it was a zone. But anyway, the hold is going to bring it back. And I said that Walnut Ridge is going to work on some things, but they've done nothing but run the ball and have gouged the Mohawk defense. I mean, so throwing the football, sometimes people get upset with that late in the game, but when the game's already put away. But as much success as they had, he picked up a lot of that penalty yardage.
Yeah, he did.
Going to have the football about 3 yards shy of midfield.
You know, it's that running by you back there. That there's a safety on that field. I don't know who it is.
As a defensive back, that hurts.
You
That's painful.
cannot let somebody run by you.
Now there's a white shirt, and if it gets by you, there's nobody else.
Nope. Very good. Josh Red got him. Is that Josh Red?
Josh wrapped him up, didn't he? Gonna be right near.
We just got him at a 4th down. Are they going to go for it here? If you was
yeah.
gaining 30 and 40,
Yeah,
averaging
they're gonna
15
go for
yards
it
a carry, you probably
4th and
would.
3 or the 50. Again, we're in the third quarter. 5 minutes and 39 seconds as the clock will continue to run with the mercy rule. Walnut Ridge is going to bounce another first down and have the ball in Mohawk territory.
Yep.
Here the 33, maybe the 32. Let's see where they put it.
You know, we've not stopped him tonight. They haven't punted one time.
No, they've scored every possession,
yeah.
even when they got the ball with a minute left. Well, they had a minute 20 and scored with 46 seconds.
Yep. And we've just got to find a way to take that ball back.
Bobcats are going to throw to the outside. Who's that running that down? Number 5, Walker Johnson.
Yeah.
Sure don't want any of my starters to get hurt if I'm Walnut Ridge, but they've got them all in with a 36-point lead. .16 seconds left on the play clock. Ball rests right at the 30 of the Mohawks.
2nd and 8. No, 2nd and 7. We need to stop them. They was moving.
They're going to throw that same downfield. It's going to be picked.
Good.
Is that Garcia?
Turn it loose.
Jesus gets rocked
Good job.
down at the 47.
We needed that because we, like I said, we needed a turnover.
They're going to spot it. Well, they can't decide.
Let's
Really?
take a shot here.
The 46. So the Mohawks get the first turnover of the game.
We need to take a shot right here. Do one of them go routes. Listen to me. Throw a go route. Let's go.
Yeah.
Come on.
Let's dial up our 36-point play.
Yeah.
Mohawks are not laying down, that's for sure. They're going to keep fighting the fight. And there's a snap that's going to be recovered by Latimer at the 32. So it went a little bit high over his head. It's going to be a great big loss. It's a loss of 13.
Boy. Had good field position.
And they're behind the sticks again. And this has been a early down issue with the Mohawks where they've had a penalty or some type of a mishandled snap.
Yep.
Sometimes more than one penalty. They're going to bubble out Walker, and he's going to hit him. He's got one blocker in front, and he makes a good cut back over the 40.
Yep.
It's going to bring up third down.
What's happening here? What?
Got a penalty against the Mohawks. They're going to step that off. So that should be a replay third down. Actually, the Mohawks gained a little yardage yet. No, they did not. Pardon me. I had them behind the stick. So
I missed that one. Not saying it didn't happen, but I didn't see it.
It's about second down and 30.
Boy.
Maybe 28.
Do some magic.
And he's got flown off his front foot. Oh,
But,
threw it into coverage.
Did you see what I said? I mean, when you're a receiver and you're running a route and you're fixed to run into traffic, you can't stop. You can't slow down. You've got to fight through
That's not on the quarterback.
No, that you have got to fight. And sometimes we had to be defensive backs, when the ball was thrown a little bit off.
But if you break your route,
yes,
the quarterback's not throwing it where you are. He's throwing it where you're going.
That's right. You cannot stop. And it looked
those,
like
those defenseless receivers are protected today.
Yep.
So, yeah, you've got
to run your route.
That was a little skinny post that, who am I?
Yeah.
Just good to see him throwing off his front foot. That ball is going to be dropped. It's going to be fourth down. That'll be the end of the third quarter.
End of the third quarter. And we seen the interception a while ago by Jesus Garcia. Go by and see his mother and father. You want some good Mexican food. I'm telling you, Los Compadres and Piggott has got it. They've been here, I don't even know how many years Vicente and Rosie's been here, but you talk about cranking out the good food. Plus, if you need some beef, if you want some ground meat, ground beef,
since we don't raise
steaks,
our own,
that's right. That's right.
we get homegrown, grass-fed pasture beef.
Yep, they have got the meat for you. You call them in; they will deliver it to your house. That's right. That's what I said. They will deliver it to you. You just call them up and put your order in, and they will take care of you. And if you happen to need a loan to buy that meat, go see Cody Knight at Piggott State Bank. He will take care of you just like he's taking care of all of us. Be the last 12 minutes of this game, and it's fourth and a long way. We're fixing to punt it back to Walnut Ridge.
Latimer's back to punt.
Great
Good snap. He's going to angle it toward the sideline.
Good punt, too.
It's going to be picked up and
he's out of bounds.
He got a yard. That wasn't worth it, was it?
No, it was not worth it.
So the clock continues to run. We're in the fourth quarter. 36-point lead for the Walnut Ridge Bobcats. They're going to have the football between the 43 and 44. First and 10. It looks like we're seeing some new numbers out there now.
Yeah.
So that'll do it for the starting backfield for the Bobcats. Nice penetration. Two Mohawks back there. They
We
still
still
get
got
tackle
him,
for the
but
loss.
boy, we was in the backfield with him. Austin Vaughn was back there, and
Again, this is Walnut Ridge has made some substitutions.
That's just the thing. It's like you said. It's kind of reminds us of the Razorback defense. They play good, and it's just that one gash, that one play that they gash us on, and it's doggone it. It's not consistent with how we're playing. We're playing tough. It's just we just give up the big play. The big play has killed us all year long.
That's the senior Joe Carpenter coming out of the game, limping off a little bit.
I think he's got a little blood on his knee.
Got a little
put a little tape on it.
bloodborne pathogen rule.
Oh,
run that counter.
There we got the counter. We got him in the backfield this time. We've had that play stopped several times tonight and just let him get away.
We got to give that kid credit.
Yeah.
For Walnut Ridge, where he sniffed
boy.
through there and found the crease. And
he's the shiftiest.
then he didn't waste any time
No.
getting north and south, where he just
extremely shifty.
put his foot in the ground and went. Coach Hearn has Carpenter patched up. Going to flood it to the right again. Going to have a first down
gonna be a
inside
first.
Mohawk territory.
Oh,
Got
there's a flag. I hope
flag
that's
down
holding.
on the play.
I hope they call that holding on 76 because he had a hold of him.
It was a good hold, though.
Yeah.
It was quality.
Have you had a pet that you just was meant the world to you before in your life?
Oh,
Dog or a cat or squirrel? Anything?
I guess I've really never been that attached. I just buried this summer a dog we had for 13 years, and I was pretty crazy about him.
Yeah.
It is a hold, but I've never. I don't know. Oh, they're going to offset.
Offset holding. You got to be kidding me.
So this was my kid's dog, and then they moved out one by one, and the dog ended up with the two old people. Us.
Yeah.
So have you?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I've
so
had
I
a
know
couple. I've had a couple that meant a lot to me. Hoggard and Sons, the crematorium, they'll do your pet for you too.
They sure will.
Did you know that? I didn't know that.
They do. Jared told me that they do multiples each week. I mean, they have a cremation service.
Yep.
And I forget the number. It was an astounding number that they
Wow.
have that service for people
Well,
all over the area.
I didn't know they did pets too. Pam done told me that Rodney, our border collie, he'll be on our mantle one day, and I don't know how I feel about that, but maybe it's a good. Maybe I don't know. That's just weird.
Like I said, I had to bury ours this summer, and he was a dog that our youngest child.
Mm-hmm.
He slept with him every night.
That means a lot. Yep.
And we had him a long time. 13 years. There's a flag on the play. Looked like there was a ball down, but Walnut Ridge got on it. Going to have another penalty against the Bobcat offense.
All these
But
penalties are
there's
killing
a
our
name
clock.
for Serenity Ridge.
Yeah,
crematorium.
Serenity Ridge. Yep.
They have a pet cemetery as well.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Huh.
It's a nice service that they offer.
So I hope Rodney's not listening on the telecast tonight because he is going to be cremated when he passes.
Well,
I don't
you
know
also
how
hope that you outlive him. So
yeah, that's true.
But
I think he's 10. So he might just have like 6 more years in him. If that. He's rumbling and stumbling.
You know, you're have so much experience. I know that even when you were a kid, you were breaking horses, and
Yeah.
but I've heard of horse owners that really struggle when the day comes.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, there's a lot of guys that are team rope and stuff and make a lot of money on their horses. That is a financial hit when their number one goes down. Usually, that's for sure.
The Mohawks look like they got 16 guys out there. Third down. We got him in the backfield, hemmed up.
Oh,
They're going to
and
let him
he
get
is
away.
going to get away. You've got to be kidding me. It's been that way all night long.
Dropped for a big loss. There is a Bobcat down at the 45-yard line. But the touchdown is going to count. Be 42-point lead. So that'll stop the turbo clock for a few moments.
He broke 4 tackles in the backfield.
It's a good effort. Going to get a good hand from this home crowd and the visiting crowd. I've got to say, Darren, in the couple of years since I've been here, the facilities have really improved.
Yeah.
Especially here inside this press box, and I spent a lot of years here.
When it wasn't as nice.
But it is absolutely remarkable. I'm so thrilled and safer.
Yeah.
You know, the stairs. So let's see when the officials wind this clock. Bobcats will line up for the 2-point conversion.
There's the clock.
They're winding it.
That
And
was
the
just too easy.
2-point is good. That'll push the lead to 44, so they've covered the spread. They already had, but
once again, if you in the mood, speaking of team roping, they have that in rodeo. If you want to see a good rodeo, you only have to drive to Carlsruhe, North Dakota. Say that 3 times fast.
But they're
Carlsruhe. Me and Joe, my son, got to go up there and go to the Wayne Herman, which he's a big famous bareback rider who won world championships. And we got to go and see a bunch of old guys that we used to all hang out with and stuff. And North Dakota, I was expecting big mountains, snow top. And it's not that way. It's like Kansas. I mean, you drive for hours and don't see anything. It was crazy. Crazy times. But, yeah, it was
I'm
really
sure
something.
It's all professionally done and run. And,
yeah.
You know, they know what they're doing.
Oh, yeah, they do a fine job. They do a fine job up there. And she graduated here just like we did. And her and Shane they're going to the NFR again this Las Vegas. They got a bareback horse and a bull going to Las Vegas, so tickled for them. Come on, Walker.
Johnson again has the kickoff for the Mohawks. He's got a seam. He's got over midfield. So he'll have the football for the Mohawks inside.
That's going to be some of the best field position we've had from a kickoff, which they probably had some second string kickoff return or kickoff guys in, getting them some time in. They got some second string defensive guys coming in. Hats off to their coach for doing it, too.
Oh, yeah. Spotted at the 47. We're at 4-minute mark here in regulation. Again, for the exception of an official's timeout, or actually I think teams can call a timeout.
Oh, they can? Okay.
Yeah, it's or an injury timeout. Clock will continually run. Trips to the left. Jesus comes in motion. Ben is going to flood right. Bootleg, and he's got a man wide open. Nice.
Nicely done.
Awareness. Absolutely. Nice job by the twin. That was Keegan Scudder. He knew where he was, got a first down. And quarterback hit him where he's supposed to.
Rolling to the right. I love those rollout to the
Oh,
right.
I do too. I like the RPOs, man. Except for sometimes it gets your lineman in trouble.
Yeah, how do they coach that?
I don't know.
That's crazy. It is.
Sometimes it's just hard for them to stay.
Yep.
The right play. He's going to run to the left. He's offhand. He's going to square it. No, he's going to throw his back foot, and he did not get there. So Latimer took a shot too. He got hit hard, and he's going to get right back up.
He took a lick. That's what I was most worried about, Sean, and I didn't tell him that, but I told his mom and his daddy and his grandma that that's the one thing I was worried most about is if some linebacker just teed off on him, if he'd be able to take it and get back up and go back in. And so far, he's not took too many big hits all year. He's maybe 3 or 4. And
well, he just took one.
Back. Yeah.
Off his back foot. He was unprotected. Come in, he got absolutely hammered, and he got right back up. And that's going to be
Joe's doing a little
nice little first down.
shifty stick right there, good run, Joe Carpenter.
Carpenter back in the game. He came out, get a bandage. Going to have the ball at the 22, 1st and 10 Mohawks. Couple inside 2 minutes. Aaron, I appreciate you hollering at me and
oh man, it's been
having
fun.
me be your
Yes.
guest tonight.
I love when you're able to do your thing and let me just ramble.
Well, there's Carpenter. Oh no, we don't want to have there was a ball on the ground. Let's see how they rule that. I think they're going to call it 2nd down. Yeah, the Bobcats came up with the football.
Yeah.
The play had been over for a while.
That's good.
So
minute 19 left.
Carpenter got 4. Mohawks are trying to get on the board. They're working on some stuff too here.
Yeah.
They send out trips to the right. Garcia comes to a motion. They're going to throw one to the corner of the end zone, just a little out of his reach. That was Walker, the intended receiver.
Does that bring up 3rd down?
Yeah, inside a minute.
Gotta hurry.
Mohawks don't spend much time in the huddle. Again, this outcome has been decided for quite a while.
Yep.
But these kids are fighting till the end. A little timing's messed up a little there, and that might do it. It's going to bring up 4th down after a loss.
They're going
I
to
think
stop
they
the clock.
stopped the clock.
Yep. We called timeout. That's what it was.
So I guess the Mohawks are going to stop the clock on a 4th down. 31 seconds on the 4th quarter clock.
They're going to try to score touchdown. One
Appreciate
more
those
shot.
sponsors that
Yes.
helped make this possible. And it was a pretty good idea. Darren Moore contacted the school administration, and they got them hooked up with a
Yep.
YouTube channel and
Yep.
had the equipment. Really didn't take a lot of equipment.
Nope. 2 mics is all it was. And they ran the cable down from the huddle camera, and boom, we're in.
So after the timeout, 4th down and 10. Latimer in the shotgun. Mohawks moved again, but got by with it, and it's going to be nice
Boy,
effort.
it was.
It fell incomplete. That'll do it. That'll be the end of the ball game, as the Bobcats will be content to run it out.
Yep. Well, Sean, I thank you again for coming up here. I know I can't get you every week, but I'll get you on homecoming for sure.
Thank you.
It's been a blast. Thanks for sharing it with us. All right. Thank y'all.
appreciate
Wanna go see
everybody
me?
here.
Okay,
Thank you,
let's go.
Walnut
Why are you
Ridge
so
fans,
hoarse?
for driving over here
You
to
gonna
Harris
scream?
County. We
Ruby,
appreciate
that's
y'all.
Sean.
Come
I
back
was playing with
and
Sean
stay
in football.
home.
You see?
Give our boys a big hand. I want to thank Miss Jennifer reading these girls' names for me while I had to walk across the field tonight. And I ain't never been a game in a suit before. First time for everybody.
I'm just rambling now. I don't even know what I'm saying. You really don't know what it is. Yeah, it is. It is normal. I just don't even know what I'm saying. How many more years you got? 12. To get 20 active?
Your Mohawks will be at home next Friday night against the Hoxie Mustangs right here at Parker Field for senior night. So be sure to join us next Friday night here for senior night at Parker Field.